Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Taimanin. Today we're gonna check the new passive skills for Rin, as well as her new Renewal weapon. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So, Rin didn't get many adjustments, which honestly it's fine, because the leader skill itself give her a very well-defined identity, and that's what I like to see on the characters. She doesn't really need any adjustments on the skills for the most part, because the leader skill heavily fixes all the issues. It just kind of connects all the gaps in her kit and make it cohesive, so it's pretty good. And it says, each time an enemy is hit, gains Heavenly Strike. When Heavenly Strike reaches 100, Rin breaks the limit and summons lightning around herself, dealing heavy damage to nearby enemies and inflict electrocute for 10 seconds. Attacks dealt by the summoned lightning have 100% penetration. On top of that, restores 30% of lost HP. That's a nice number for lost HP. Honestly, 30% is big. It's not maximum HP, but it's still pretty good. Honestly, it's going to provide survivability to Rin. A tremendous amount of survivability to Rin. This, how can I say it? There's so many things this leader skill does for her. So, if you remember Kurenai, everyone was super happy about her Renewal weapon giving her 100% penetration. Well, Rin does the same, and on top of that she heals. She used to lack the ability to heal on red and blue, and now she can heal anywhere with any build, and that's extremely good. On top of that, Green already had the ability to heal with Volt Spin, but now you can use more aggressive builds because you're gonna have an extra source of healing, which is extremely good. And well, the good thing about this is that it applies electrocute, which is going to increase your damage. So Rin was already a damage dealer, not the best damage dealer, but now she's pretty competent. She is not the kind of damage dealer like, let's say, Anna Rose, Sora, Saika, that she deals a massive amount of damage that obliterates everyone. She deals decent damage, very decent damage, but she's more supportive, and she's self-sufficient, which is everything that you want in a character, so it's pretty good. And well, let's check the weapon. Thunderblade Narukami. So with this weapon, you're gonna gain one additional Heavenly Strike for each time it's acquired. So each hit is going to give you 2 Heavenly Strikes instead of 1. Every 10 combo hits increase the ally damage by 8% for 15 seconds and stack up to 5 times. That's gonna be 40% damage increase for all sources of damage. This competes with I think it's Mystic Sword Nanashi, Asus's weapon, because that gives critical damage. It's more critical damage, but it's only critical damage increase. This gives damage increase to everything, so that's good. Increases damage dealt to super armor by 140%. That's pretty decent, honestly. Like, it's going to help you out tremendously to just break the super armor by dealing more damage to those enemies with super armor. And reduces the duration of debuffs to self by 30%. Did someone say... No, this is not busted, but it's the whole package, guys. It is amazing. Damage increase against super armor, debuff duration reduction, damage increase to the body, and double stacks for Heavenly Strike. God, this weapon. Not to mention the stats. Obviously, the Renewal weapons have the best stats in the game, if I'm not mistaken. And it is a pretty good weapon. Do you want to roll this one? Okay, so let me tell you. If you already have a weapon like Mystic Sword and Nashi, like Dawn, Day of Dawn, a weapon that buffs the party, and you don't care about Total War, you only care about clearing content, you don't need this. Even so, having this weapon, it's going to be very useful because these kinds of weapons, Mystic Sword and Nashi, Day of Dawn, and Narukami, are weapons that you're going to use on your builds, on different builds for Total War on relay mode. So, yeah, maybe you want to grab it. Not required, but pretty useful. I'll admit that much. And if you're playing a lot with Rin, you'll definitely benefit from this weapon. Now, let's check a couple builds and see how this leader skill works. So, Arena Tower, and let's check very quickly. I'm using critical damage increase for melee attacks with Home Alone, damage reduction for super step characters, and Rin is a super step character, and damage increase for suppress and damage increase for melee. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Now, let's start. The name is green, but it's not green. So, let's see. For the weapon, we're using, of course, Narukami. We're going to use Narukami for all of those builds. And whatever weapon in the subslot, 5 out of 5 plus 50, both of them. Critical damage increase, water mega damage, whatever attack mega damage on the subslot. So, okay, on red, obviously we're gonna use Volt Whip. Volt Whip is going to deal tremendous damage, not to mention that it gives you an insane amount of hits, which you're gonna take advantage of with your new passive. So you definitely want to use this, and this will give you a ton of value when there are multiple enemies, particularly melee enemies. Then Denki for the damage increase, that is going to heavily impact the damage we deal. And lastly, we have Volt Hook. Volt Hook I am using here just because there are a couple bosses. There's literally one pair of bosses, and Volt Hook is extremely useful for controlling the enemy. In case you don't want to use Volt Hook because you don't actually need it, you can go with different skills. Let's say Volt Rush in case there's a ton of mobs. Let's say the basic enhancer. Volt Spin, just because of the amount of multi-hit that it provides. It is good enough to use it, even though it stuns enemies. For supporters, I decided to go with something fairly simple, not like huge damage increase. I could go with even more damage increase, but this was strong enough to beat this stage, so I'm doing it. Stella, Nagi. Nagi here I'm using just to increase my speed so that I can combo even faster. That's basically the main reason I'm using this one. And there's gonna be range attacks, so the damage decrease on range damage is useful. And Mai is here for the healing. I don't need her because, as I mentioned, this is pretty good. But I'll admit that getting that restoration increase, it's really useful. The passive is more impactful than the active, thanks to the leader skill that we have now. Stats of the customs, stat training, and it's gonna be 120. Yeah, because 130, it's basically you have to have the build or be a ranged attacker. You have to have the Phantasma, core Phantasma. And yeah, you can see what this character is able to do. It is insane. And I don't even need to use the active for healing. Let's see. Can I just Evade, evade, evade. Come on. Do an evade. A perfect dodge. I'm just there. There it goes. Reposition and obliterate all those spiders. And done. Hook. Nice. And done. Perfect. Yeah, it's fairly simple, honestly. You just combo like crazy and that's it. And then you deal massive damage to whatever you're hitting. Yeah, this leader skill, it's, in my opinion, it's pretty amazing that it connected dots so well. I wasn't expecting it to be this useful, honestly. Because she needed generic healing. And she also needs one thing, and it's a little bit of super armor. If she's not using a skill or attacking on her combo, she is going to be kind of vulnerable. In fact, when I was testing this, I got kind of stun luck. But, I mean, she doesn't need as much the super armor as she needs the HP recovery. The HP recovery is a whole other thing. Okay. I'll use this. And I'll just do damage. Just like that. And I continue to do damage. Oh, come on, don't do that. There. And I explode them. And I recover HP. Yeah, it's... Oh god, it is good. The more enemies there are, the easier it is for you to recover HP. It's so busted. Yeah, lovely. Honestly, I love this. The way it works. Everything fits in place just perfectly. Well, what else do we have? We have the blue one. Let's go with the blue one. Because those Canaluas, when you're melee, it's just undoable unless you have Core Phantasma. So we're gonna do the blue one. For the blue one, the weapons are the same. The skills change a little bit. So we're gonna use Electric Volt with Volt Rush and also Taimanin Art Volt Sword to deal with the waves of enemies. Volt Rush is super useful because you debuff the enemies 30% speed reduction on 10 seconds. And well, you can take advantage of the AoE that is left after using Electric Volt. So very good. We have the Foundling 3, we have Bright Arrows and Azusa, of course. These are like extremely limited, but what can you use instead? Well, there aren't that many options for generic damage increase. Of course, we have like the big three for specific enemies, but you can use, for example, Micah, that's an option on blue. You can use a tanky supporter just cause, like Sakura, like Butler Asagi, like Akina. You can use Reina technically, but it's not the best because only one of your attacks in this build is range. You can use Arabella, you can use Massacre Crooner on the main. That's kind of it. Sorry, I'm adjusting my sleeping schedule and I still recording pretty late, so that's why I'm yawning so much on the videos. That's what happened when you move to a different place. You change your schedule. So, well, anyways, let's see. Yep, that's kind of it. So, let's do it. It's fairly simple for the most part. You can also do this with by sacrificing one of your supporters, damage dealer supporters, and use something that makes you tankier, like Butler Asagi. Butler Asagi is a pretty good option because the bigger your HP, the more HP you're gonna recover with your leader skill. Yeah, just look at that. Great. Okay, nice. The basics combined with this skill. My god, they have such great synergies. It was even faster than the red one, I think. Well, it is the power of the basic, I gotta admit. No, I don't want to use the thing. There, nice, perfect. And with this, oh, come on. Ah, dying. I just need this. Perfect, done. I'm alive. I don't want to use the ultimate, so I'll just take advantage of the amount of enemy and recover HP. Nice. Oh god. I don't wanna, but I have to, kinda. No, yeah, I'll have to. Okay. I mean, it's pretty doable. There. You see? Yeah, if I had taken the tankier supporter, I would have been able to do this without the ultimate. But, I mean, if you're playing aggressively, you do want to use the ultimate. Now, for the last one, we're gonna be doing the green one. For the green one, we use Chain Vault, which Chain Vault can be pretty useful. Like, it dropped in usage tremendously. Because it wasn't dealing enough damage, it didn't provide enough utility for the team, so people started to drop this skill. But now, thanks to the fact that it has the ability to split and do a ton of hits to multiple targets, just like all the other ones that also deal multiple hits to a bunch of enemies, it has value, it has risen in let's say the value it provides is way better. We're also using Volt Rush because it provides a very hefty damage increase buff, and Volt Spin because even though we have healing, I'm going kind of like Glass Cannon with this build. It is all damage increase, no damage reduction. So yeah, we want that. So buff removal for the enemies, damage increase on crits, damage increase on melee, and range. So yeah, fairly simple. But this over here, because she can do it, I was able to clear this without the ultimate, and I was surprised. I was amazed. I wasn't expecting her to be good enough, but she is. Yeah. They're nice. Yeah, buffing myself and then... And I also heal tremendously. Yeah, this is pretty good. Honestly, I love what they did to Rin. And, I mean, Rinko too. Rinko is pretty good too. All of the leader skills drastically change how the characters play, which I like. All of them have well-defined identities now. Honestly, oh god. If we are able to eliminate the D tier on the tier list with this leader skill, that would be amazing, honestly. Okay, I'll just use the active. I could, but let's not use it. There, like that. Ah, yeah. Oh, oops. There. Okay, good enough. Really? Okay. Nice, nice, nice. I'll just increase the combo. And then these ones. Okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I reposition myself. Yeah, always repositioning because those Canaloas can be pretty dangerous. Come on, there. Nice. An attack buff followed by this and then the active. Excellent. Yeah, just look at that. They are not able to destroy my HP at all because of how much healing I have. It is not just the Volt Rush, not Volt Spin. It's also the fact that as I do my combos, I also heal myself. Okay. So, what do I need to do first? First, I need to reposition, I know. Then, I use Volt Rush. Yeah, because that pillar can be devastating. I recover HP, and then Volt Rush again. There. Oh my god, no! What was that? I don't know what it was, but I have done this. Let's try it one more time, just to finish. Yeah, well, I could just ulti at the very beginning just to clear the wave. Maybe I will. I didn't wanna, because last time I did it without the ulti, but just to finish quickly. There. Come on. Destroy the... There, nice. The buffs. Now... No! It was the Canaloas! Damn Canaloas! You see guys? The Canaloas are something to be feared. Honestly, when I was testing the VR and I did the guide, that never happened to me. Well, let's do it again. One more try. Yeah, I'll just ultimate to destroy the Canaloas on the last wave. Okay, done. Okay, I buff myself and I can use the... Nope, I don't wanna see your ugly move tormenting my character. There. There. Nice. The only thing I need to do is this, followed by ball spin and the... Oh my god. I was just going to do the basic attack chain, but that goo is just not helping. There. Okay. Nice. And a big AoE attack, followed by healing, and then I reposition. Volt spin to recover HP. Yeah, if I'm a glass cannon, I just want to do that. Recover as much HP as possible, and talking about HP recovery, good enough. Deal damage. Yeah, she can deal a ton of damage, thanks to the ability to just debuff the enemy constantly with electrocute. Basically a defense down with a bit of damage. Okay, just like that, perfect. And oh, I forgot to use Volt Rush before I use the... Oh my god. Before I use the... Oh no! Get away from me. The active of the supporter. Okay, I'll use this. And then I reposition. I attack and heal. And then Attack. Good enough. Nope, don't get near me. Oof. Those things. Honestly, I don't know why they made them so damn strong, these Canaloas things with the grab. Okay. Oof. Good enough. Come on, just... No, I don't wanna see that. Whatever you're planning, don't do it. There. So I'll just ultimate to eliminate the Canaloas. I hope it's not strong enough to eliminate the boss. Ah, there's a Canaloa alive! Get away from me. There. Wow! So that was what dealt too much damage. My god, I haven't seen that attack. I have played a lot, but I have not seen that attack. And I like it. It's devastating. It's strong. It applies pressure onto my gameplay. I'll just do this. And then I'll buff myself. And done. Now it's easy. Yeah, completely different. Great, great, great. Yeah, it is doable. It is doable. As long as you have a way to remove the invincibility from the Canaloas, it is a thing you can do. Okay, great. So, how strong is this character? Is she worth it after the renewal? Well, yeah, she's definitely worth it. She's worth the gems and such, as well as the weapon. It is a good weapon. But I must say, she's not exactly essential. She's essential for the top score on Total War right now, sure. But as I mentioned, if your objective is to clear, let's say, tower or team content like VR, get a good score, you can do with other weapons and other characters. Like, even so, she's amazing. The part of the reason why she has replaced Asusa slash Shizuru is the fact that not only she has a weapon, she also has a way to debuff the enemy. Because Asusa and Shizuru have a weapon that buff the party, but well, Shizuru has dropped because she doesn't give as much damage, I think, or the duration. No, it's the duration, and because this is going to last. You're always going to be activating this effect, but Shizuru only lasts for a certain amount of time, and Asusa reapplies the buff constantly. That's why Shizuru is not as good, even though she has debuffs on her kit. Asusa doesn't have debuffs on her kit. Well, defense reduction debuffs or buffs for the party other than the weapon. And in this case, Rin is applying a 40% damage increase that is going to be there throughout the battle constantly. It does not get removed. And on top of that, you apply electrocute, that it's a form of defense down. That's why this character is so impactful right now. And she's well-rounded. She's pretty good for the most part. She still struggles with getting stun locked when she's not attacking or applying a skill. So keep that in mind. She can be pretty frail on the wrong scenario. So anyway, she's amazing. I honestly do recommend that you get this character. But let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments if you like it, if you not like this character, if you think they should have done more for her renewal. Honestly, her model is good. And as I mentioned, the leader skill just connected everything on her kit to make it very, very viable. because they connected every single bit of characteristics that she needs with the multi-hits that she is supposed to do. And well, I love that. Then let me know in the comments if you're rolling for the weapon or if you're skipping it, if you think this is essential or that it's just whatever weapon. Anyways, that's about it for today. I hope you found this useful, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!